guys, Penny here, and I'm here with a vlog. It's been a while since I've done a vlog, like a real vlog. The last few vlogs I've been uploading to my channel for the past like month or 2 months I think almost, have been the embarrassing, cringy vlogs which I've been uploading because I promised to if we hit our goal for Too Spooky for Thon, I think it was. Was it? No, it wasn't. It was Brits and Butts. It was Brits and Butts, B&B. So those vlogs have been uploading to my channel, and it's been a while since I've done like an actual real talking to the camera vlog. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what I want in life right now. It's quite a difficult topic because it's very relevant and close to home, but not kind of in a good way right now. So it's kind of a bit about what I've been up to, what I kind of want from life at the moment. So I'm 22, I just turned 22. I graduated from uni in June with a degree in English, drama and film. And it is my, I guess, kind of dream job, goal, whatever you want to call it. I don't really know about my dream job yet, but I know I want to go into film, and I know I want to go into post-production in particular, editing and audio. That's kind of my goal at the moment, and it has been my goal for a good couple years now. But it's been a tough road, and there's been a lot of bumps along the way, and I kind of wanted to talk about, I guess, the topic of like dreams and failure. Sounds like such a dark word, failure, because I'm 22 and so many people are going to be like, you're so young, you're not failing, goodness me. But it's just kind of the thoughts on failure and the thoughts on feeling like you're not doing what you should be doing in life yet, or feeling like you're not good enough, because those are all things that I've been struggling with for the past few months, and it's definitely a topic that's difficult to talk about. It's been probably the most stressful factor in my life right now, something that's really weighing me down a lot. So I figured it was kind of important to talk about it in vlog form to you guys. I'm hoping I'm not going to get too feelsy and too emotional. We'll see how that goes, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. So I have been looking for jobs now in both London and Manchester to go into media. I live near London right now, but I went to uni at Manchester. It's a city I'm familiar with, and I absolutely love Manchester. I know lots of people up there, whether they're like at uni or not. I just have lots of friends and people I know up there. So even though I'll be moving like a good few hours away from home right now, it feels familiar enough to me that it wouldn't be leaving home. It would just be going to a different home. And like my mum's from Manchester, so I have like a lot of family that are up north. So it wouldn't be that far from family either. So it's a city that I love. I love and I feel at home with, because I've been there for so long, you know, good 3 years at uni, and moving away and coming back home was really difficult. And now I have a great relationship with my family. Like, I love my parents, I love my brother, I get on well with them, but it's always tough, I think, no matter what, no matter how good your relationship is with your family, living independently for 3 years and then coming home again, like, permanently, or at least for the foreseeable future, that's a really difficult thing to do, because you lose that independence a little bit. Like, when you're at uni, you're there living your own life, and even though you know you have your family to fall back onto and you're going to be home for holidays and things like that, you are living your own life, and it's very difficult to come away from that and then not live your own life necessarily. And it's not like I have a curfew when I'm at home, it's not like my parents are strict or anything, but I still have to kind of remember that I am living at home, and things like getting lifts places, or, you know, just remembering to not be like noisy or have people around when I want them and things like that, it just makes it so much more difficult. So I'm really ready to like move out and move on with my life and just live independently. And if I'm working in London, I can't do that. So Manchester's definitely the more preferable place. I mean, I could move to London, but I don't want to. I don't like London at all. So the goal is to move to Manchester. The ideal thing to happen right now would be to get a job in the media in Manchester, move up there in my own, and move up there in my own studio flat, or whatever I end up getting. But that's what I want to do right now. Now, the reality of that is a lot more difficult, and right now, my dreams haven't really felt this far away in a while, in a weird way. So I've been away for 2 weeks, which you guys might have noticed. My content's been kind of lacking a little bit. I haven't streamed in a couple of weeks, and that's because I was in Manchester for a couple of weeks of work experience, with a really great company, but they're not hiring right now, so it's not a job yet. I mean, I made a good impression, so who knows, but right now it's not a job, it's just, to add to my CV. So it's tricky because when I was in Manchester for those 2 weeks, it reminded me why I loved Manchester so much and why I miss it and why I want to move back there. And I also had some work experience in London, and it was a little bit shorter than my work experience in Manchester, but even that just gave me a taste for, like, having to commute for over an hour each way, so over 2 hours, almost 3 hours, every day for, a job which is going to be a lot of hard work. And I know that, especially in media, you have to start off as something like a runner, and you do have to put in the hard work, and that's fine, that doesn't bother me, but the commute really, really bothers me. And it was fine because it was just like a week, and I was like, I can get through this week, and then, and then I'm done. But I don't want to think that about a job that I'm going to have for months, and if not years. Like, I've just got to get through this week to the weekend, and then I can catch up on stuff. Like, that's going to eat me alive, having to do that. And working in London would just swallow me up. I would feel like I'd have no time for YouTube. I'd have no time to, hang out with my friends outside of work. And I'd be so tired, even in the time that I did have, because when I'm not working, I'd be traveling, and it would just be so incredibly, incredibly tough. And really, the cost of, travel would just eat into a lot of my savings as well. So living in London would not be the ideal for me, but right now, that's the best reality I have. Probably the best connections I have with companies right now are in London, and London offers more opportunities than Manchester just because it's a bigger city. It's just got more companies, it's got the larger companies there, and they tend to do the hiring. So it's tricky because the only place I can, I need a job, I need money. YouTube's been a good support, but, it's a part-time job, really, and it's not like a reliable, steady income. Like, Patreon's helped so much with that, but, if a few people decide to drop their pledges, then suddenly I could be down $50 in a month. So, and, every dollar counts to me right now, so $50 seems like a lot to me. So, it's difficult where I am right now, and I actually had something which I haven't talked about, I don't think, publicly, except in a stream maybe, so I'm going to talk about it in this vlog. I had a bit of a bit of a difficult time where I had a couple interviews. I had an interview with 2 companies. I'm not going to name any names, but I had 2 interviews with 2 different companies, and they both offered me jobs, like, within an hour of each other, and that shocked me, and I was so happy, because I'm like, finally, at least I can get a job, even if it's just for a few months, even if it's until I move on to a different company and move up to Manchester. It's a job, and it's, stability, and I need that so much right now. And I was so happy about that, but I didn't know which job to go for. One of the companies, I had a trial day at both companies where you go in for, like, a few hours to, like, a whole day to, like, work with the other runners and basically just be a runner for the day and just get a feel for the company. And it's great because it also provided me with a lot of experience, because I didn't have much experience being a runner before I did these trial days. And one of the companies was bigger, but offered, like, it had more, because it's bigger, it had more potential for promotion, and it had more potential to, like, really kind of learn a lot of stuff and work up in the ranks. And it just was the name that also looks better on your CV. The other company was smaller, but I felt a lot more at home because I had a trial day there, and it just felt more right. So I was debating between the 2 for a while, and I felt like the bigger company was a bit impersonal, and then I talked to a family member who knew someone who worked at that company, and they said they had a great time there. So that kind of sold me a bit more in the larger company. So I talked to the smaller company a little bit, just asking a couple of questions of clarification, because one of the people who worked there said that they had worked at both companies. Both of these companies I've got interviews for before, and she said, you should come to our company. And she didn't really elaborate on that, so I emailed her asking why, and I'd asked both companies if I could get back to them the next day, and both of them were like, that's fine. One was like, get back to me by the evening. The smaller company was like, get back to us by the morning, we really want to hear ASAP. So I emailed her the night before I had to get back to her, so well within reason, and she replied the next morning basically being like, it's not my job to sell you the job, I'm going to make this easy for you, I'm retracting the offer, go work for the other company, which it just completely, it was just a slap across the face. I mean, the thing is with, like, runner opportunities within the media, they're very competitive, and everybody wants to get their foot in the door, because once you get your foot in the door, it's so much easier. So I get it's competitive, and they have lots of people wanting these jobs, and it might seem a little bit snooty, I guess, for me to just be wanting to ask a couple questions, but the attitude that they seem to have was, like, you need us, and that's just not the case, because you can't function as a company without employees. And if you're going to treat potential employees that way, then, you know, in hindsight, I'm so glad that I'm not working for them. But at the time, it was just it was a slap across the face. But I was okay with that, because I'm like, it's fine, I'm working for the other company anyway. So I emailed the woman at the other company, and she was like, that's fine, send me your address and we'll post you the contract for you to sign. So I gave her my address, and she said that was all good. And then an hour or two later, she got back to me again, and she said, you know, there's a job freeze, so we can't hire you. HR just, you know, contacted me, which, you know, it just devastated me. And I know it's nothing that can be prevented. These things happen, and, you know, I'm going to keep in contact with the company, and, you know, hopefully I hear from them if they stop their job freeze. But at the time, it was like, I've gone from 2 job offers to none in less than 24 hours. And that was really tough, because I felt like it was my fault. And I felt like I handled that situation badly, because I just wanted to ask a few questions and get a bit of clarification on the jobs, because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to go for. And I felt like I was just being really self-centered, and it was my fault, and I felt like a failure, because I'd worked so hard, and I was so close to getting the job offers, and I think if I just said yes to that small company, I'd have that job by now. And again, in hindsight, I wouldn't want to work for them because they weren't nice, but still, I just couldn't stop blaming myself. And I know my parents were so excited when they thought I had a job, and then they were devastated when I found out I didn't. And it's really tough, because I just feel a lot like a failure right now, because I've been trying so hard and so long to get a job. And it really wears you down after a while, and everybody keeps saying, you know, you're great, you're so good at what you do, someone will find you eventually. And it's like, you can't just say that, you don't know that. And it annoys me, because it makes me angry sometimes when people say things will work out, or you'll find something eventually, because I'm like, well, how do you know that? You don't know that. I know loads of people who are still working in a supermarket in their late 20s because it just didn't work out for them, and no one can find, you know, no one wanted to hire them. And people can say, no, that's not going to happen to you, and it's like, no, you don't know that, is what my mind is telling me and telling them. You don't know that it's going to work out for me, and right now it's not working out for me. And I do struggle with feeling like a failure right now. And it's difficult, and I'm getting better at telling myself it'll be okay, you just got to keep pushing forwards and keep looking for jobs. And that's what I'm going to do, especially in Manchester. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get so emotional during this. It's a difficult time. It's a tough time. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on my dreams. I'm fighting for what I believe in, and I am still so excited for the day when I'm going to find the job that I want. But for now, you know, I still haven't found it, and I'm going to keep looking, and especially with Christmas coming up, you know, money's always tied around Christmas because of presents and stuff, so it's tough. It's a tough time, but that's kind of what I'm up to right now. I'm still at home, and you can see, I just realized you can see the silhouette of my camera. I'm still at home, but I'm looking for a job, and I will find one. I will find one. If I don't find one, then I'm gonna go nuts. So I've got to find one. I will find one, and hopefully my dreams are gonna happen sooner than I think, because right now they feel very far away. But it's fine. It's fine. It may not seem like it's fine. I seem quite emotional. I'm just an emotional person. I'll cry, you know, if somebody says, like, one kind of vaguely nice word to me. So, you know, I'm an emotional person. It's fine. But I just kind of wanted to let you guys know what I'm going through at the moment. If I seem a little bit more withdrawn, or if I seem a little bit quieter, then that's, or a little bit demotivated, and that's why. And once I get a job and get settled into a place, you guys will know. But for now, I'm just trying to get by and trying to get my dream. So hopefully that'll come true sooner than I think. I don't really know what else to talk about in this vlog. I just kind of wanted to give you guys an update on what is going on with me. I'm going to try and do more regular vlogs again because it's been a while and I've got kind of out of the habit of doing regular vlogs. So if you guys want me to talk about anything, if you have any questions or if any suggestions or anything, then just like ask down below and I'll do my best to answer them. I'm working up my YouTube content again, trying to get regular content out. I've got a couple of new series starting, and I'm going to be trying to do more regular streams as well. I'm doing a little thing for Christmas as well. You guys might remember my 12 vids of Christmas, I think it was called, or 12 vlogs of Christmas, 12, I don't know. Anyway, that's coming back at late December, so keep an eye out for that. I'm very excited. I've got a new idea for it, which I think you guys will like. There'll be more info coming out in a separate video soon, maybe. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Much love to you all, as always, for sticking around, even when I'm away for 2 weeks and got a bit AWOL, and even when I'm a big crying mess like this. So I do appreciate you guys sticking around, and I'll see you in the next vlog, I guess. Peace out, guys. I love your faces. Goodbye.